So quickly, let's talk about the weekend coming and the weekend that passed. Located in the heart of the Sakhar Desert, the Bahrain International Circuit is an iconic venue that became the first F1 racetrack in the Middle East when it debuted in 2004. It was designed by a German architect and it was constructed in under 16 months. And the circuit is famous for the modern amenities, extensive runoff areas, and its distinctive challenge of racing in a desert environment where sand and high temperatures add unique variables to the race. The circuit is currently 4.5 kilometers in length. The number of laps is 57, so not much more than last week's race, making it 308.2 kilometers in length. There are 15 turns, long straights and DRS zones, 3 DRS zones this time, as opposed to last weekend's where there was 1 DRS zone. And this time, with multiple DRS zones, offer more, overtake areas and hopefully a more entertaining race than last week as well. Now, since 2014, the Bahrain GP has been held under floodlights, which is when it happens more later into the evening so that the sun is lower and they turn on the really bright lights around the track, called a night race, like Vegas. This change not only improves spectator comfort amid the very extensive desert heat, but it also adds, dramatic effect to the race. Being deep in the desert, the circuit must contend with blowing sand and drastic temperature fluctuations. Organizers use special adhesive sprays around the track to keep sand at bay and maintain safety. And there's a turn on it called the Schumacher Curve, which was adapted in 2014, which is a fun little tidbit. And don't forget, Bahrain is actually where we held our preseason testing. So all the teams and all the drivers have a little bit of extra information and experience on this track. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins. Now, as far as predictions go, we can talk about McLaren. We could talk about Max. We can talk about George Russell because the Mercedes have been looking good since the beginning of the year. Not really winning territory, but very much third and fourth territory. And we can also continue to talk about Ferrari because regardless of how things have been going so far, there is hope for podium finishes, especially with the packages yet to come and so many things that are yet to happen so far in the race. And don't forget, this is round 4 of 24 races. 24 races. We have 20 races to go. That's anybody's win, really. And yes, we have, the McLarens with the advantage, the Red Bulls with the advantage. No team should be taken out of consideration at this point because it's only race 4. It's only race number 4. So, everybody keep your heads high regardless of what team you're rooting for. And let's pray for some good results this weekend to come and hoping for a more entertaining race than last weekend's. So, safe to say that the Suzuka Japan Grand Prix was, I guess, I don't want to say boring, but kind of just less interesting than I thought it was going to be. I really deeply thought it was going to be more interesting than that. I don't know. But it was entertaining in small ways. Like Albon yelling at his racing engineer is sick. Lewis and Charles were doing a bit of a back and forth with their racing engineers because, Ferrari is gonna Ferrari. And Max Verstappen had control of the race the entire time, complete dominance. He honestly did a fantastic job in the race, and it was a really good win for him, honestly. I'm excited to see where the season goes with the upgrades to the cars, the little changes they're going to make throughout the season. This is how it looks with cars that they've tested and studied and put together over the break. But we still have, upgrades coming for each team and different changes they're going to make throughout the car, throughout the season to make it better and hopefully to have them push more into the front. All the teams are going to have these upgrades and changes. And it's going to be very interesting. And I will see you in the next one.